Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And we have the next content preview for the Tournament Stalwart meta. And this is my second time recording this video because they did something real funny, dumb, both. I don't really know. So I've already technically recorded this one, so I know what's coming. So we're not going to hold you guys in suspense any longer. It's not a huge time frame of content, 131 to 23, but this will probably be one of my last videos that I record like up to date before I start my little month vacation in February. I'll have a few videos spaced out through the month just to something will come out during that week or something, but I'm not really going to record anything new after this. But let's just go ahead and jump in. We're getting a new RIMURU, also in the Mitzvah art style, just like Lumi and Veldora. So this is actually our first time we've gotten a RIMURU with this art style, which is kind of weird because he's the main character? Question mark, right? So it's a bit odd that it took this long to do it, but it's nice that he's actually here now with the special art. He is the true Lord of Tempest, has a few ticket packs with him. We have this 72-hour only special recruit packs, which will go on for 72 hours. Emils is here, which is a bit interesting. So the antagonist meta you can try and get by spending money. It's a good team. It's not EX Unbound though, so that's a little bit of a power creep right there. But they're there available for you to buy starting tomorrow. We are getting obviously Rimuru's banner, solo banner, so it's just gonna be Rimuru as the new featured character. He's gonna have Tournament Stalwart and Prosper EX characters on his banner, which is why I have this pulled up. Tournament Stalwart and Prosper. So we're gonna have this protector piece for Rimuru, maybe the Shion reruns, and then we have the Prosper meta, which is Rimuru, Elmesia, and Lumi. I would not call this a good value banner for what you're attempting to use in this current beatdown battle, because the current beatdown battle has that debuff swapping effect. So any debuff skills are going to turn into buff skills, which makes the enemy tankier. Elmesia, 100% alt resistance down. That's a debuff. And the other part of that skill is 70% alt damage for earth and fire, of which Lumi is the DPS character. Rimuru is not earth and fire, I'll tell you that right now. So they're not going to benefit off that. Lumi has the orb change and the revive skill, which will hit Lumi, this Lumi, I guess. That's cool, but not really what we're looking for. And then Prosper Rimuru has a crit debuff, which would then turn into crit resistance buff for the enemy. So it's like you can't really use either of the two damage characters on this team. So like if you're just pulling to get Elmesia and Rimuru in the future, I guess. I don't really see the value in that. Shion also has a debuff. It's crit resistance, I believe. No, it's alt resistance down just like Elmesia. So none of them are going to be super duper useful for this beatdown battle. They'll be useful in like the future if you're missing Elmesia or something, or you're missing Prosper Rimuru or Shion. But like I wouldn't summon on this banner just because of that. So already I can tell you that the banner value is fairly low. I know there's people who love Elmesia and they like the Lumi and everything, and that's fine and everything. But objectively, if you're going to try and use them for this month's content, that's not going to work in beatdown battle, and that's the primary content. That's the difficult content for this meta, and they're not going to work there. So I'm not super huge on that. Predator battle, as we expected, is here. So thank God for that. No predation quest though. I didn't see that. We have an intro quest. Here's like the full art for this Rimuru. It looks good. I like this. I like his drawing right here. We're getting speed battle, which is a bit odd, I'd say. I mean, not odd in like, whoa, why the fuck did we get speed battle? Because the last time we got speed battle actually wasn't that long ago. It was in October. Was the last time we got speed battle, 10:15 to 10:28. So cool, I guess. It also has where if you clear the Inferno quest, you're going to unlock Turbo Battle, which is just a more difficult version of Speed Battle because you can only use non-EX characters or base level non-EX characters. I say that because you can still use like Carrion or Earth Mirren, characters who started as old 5 stars and then got upgraded, you can still use those characters for all the EX limitation stages. So if you have Carrion or you have Mirren or something done, then great. Or like the Octogram Daggerel and Yuki and Milim and all that, you can use them in Turbo Battle. I'm not going to do a video on Speed and Turbo Battle because it's going to be during my vacation time. And also, like, I literally have this video. I have a playlist dedicated to Speed Battle. So you can just watch one of these and it's probably going to be the exact same event. They haven't really changed it except adding Turbo Battle. And if these teams can do it, you can bet your sweet ass that the Freerun team can do it. And most people are going to have that. Divine General, maybe not. But the Freerun team will clear this. So you can watch this video. It's got exalted champions and antagonists and all blah, 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 blah stuff. Nothing should really change. And then going back to the content preview, shockingly, we are getting the Kaijin event again. I do not know why. So the whole precedent of only foreshadowing like anniversaries or collabs or a lot of beatdown battle reruns, like that's out the door now. Because they dropped Kaijin event like 2 weeks ago for the countdown quests that led into this current Tournament Stalwart meta, which is nothing to really, besides the special artwork, it's not really a special thing. And then they're going to drop it again. So unless something comes out on the 7th, that's going to blow our minds. I don't really understand why they're doing this. I mean, it's good because the Kaijin event is objectively a really good stage to grind a lot of materials. But now they're just going to drop it willy-nilly. So from this point forward, if you see a Kaijin event, I wouldn't really heavily assume that something hype is coming anymore. I would just say, oh, the Kaijin event is here. Cool. Go grind it. So, I mean, if you're missing these materials because you couldn't grind the Kaijin event a lot last time, 2 weeks ago, then you can grind it now, I guess. So, there's that Kaijin event. Speed Battle, again, please watch my previous videos on that. Character intro, that's a free 30 crystals, cool. Predator Battle, cool. RIMURU, and like his banner value, I'm already not in love with it. And the reason why I say we got something kind of stupid is that because normally we would see a skill preview for this RIMURU at 3 in the morning my time. So, 8.5 hours from now. The intern, though, fucked up. Or they just didn't care. And they posted the skill preview early at 6:05. Yeah, so 5 minutes after the content preview went live in-game, they posted the skill preview. And not just the English one, but the JP one as well. So I'm not really understanding what they did there, but it just means I don't have to make a video tomorrow morning. So let's take a look at the skill preview itself. So this RIMURU is going to be a water character, which is why I said that the fire and earth skills from the Prosper team are not going to affect this RIMURU, because RIMURU's not earth or fire. He's on Tournament Stalwart, Prosper, Octogram Demon Lord, technically. They didn't spell it out, but they added Force to Tournament Stalwart for some reason. Shizu's Will and Tempest Elite. Cool, fine, whatever. The second skill changes 1 green and 1 orange into rainbow orbs, Soul of Unities, and then gives you a 20% skill point increase for 1 turn. And you could do that 3 times in a fight. So this sounds cool, right? You're doing a special convert into rainbow orbs. And then skill points is something that the Tournament Stalwart team desperately needed. Like this team, minus the points from you're getting from like Veldora, like this team needs skill points. And so I was hoping that the RIMURU would give us a stacking like skill point gain, but instead we're going to get 20% for 1 turn. So that doesn't truly solve the skill point issues that I have with Tournament Stalwart. And then the Rainbow Orb change, like, yeah, that's cool. And you can do it 3 times, which is nice. So you can get guaranteed 2 Rainbow Orbs on pretty much almost any team that you want to bring them on, and then extra skill points if you need it. But if you look at the actual restrictions around the current beatdown battle and what the team is asking for, first off, it's not a 1 green, 1 orange, turn 1 convert. So it's not going to work here. I mean, No, it wouldn't work there. And then two is that Veldora is giving you alt gauge for your water and earth or water and wind characters. So you don't need alt gauge from the rainbow orbs. He's also guaranteeing future hands of blue. So it's not like you really need a bunch of protection gauge because you're going to be cycling him over and over and over and over again because you're only going to be sending blue orbs. So you don't really need protection gauge. The skill points is what we needed, and technically he's giving more. Technically. Not by a lot, but he is. So we've got everything covered. So it's like, what do we need rainbow orbs for on this team if we're already getting guaranteed alt gauge and guaranteed hands of blues so we can cycle our protector? I don't really get it. Maybe the second skill will be like some kind of really good AoE or a crit damage buff. Maybe not crit damage because Shinsha has it. Maybe an AoE buff and an alt buff or something. Maybe it'll power creep like Octogram Lumi or something. I'm not entirely sure. But, this skill on this team specifically does not do it for me. Could you find use for this rainbow orb convert on a different team? Yeah, you could. But I wouldn't summon for this Rimuru just for this skill. Like, I wouldn't. It's a support alt, a water AoE physical. Tournament Stalwart gets extra weakness strike. Okay, cool, sure. But if you take this skill and you combine it with the banner that we'll probably have, which is, again, going to be Prosper and Tournament Stalwart teams who are not truly going to work that well in this meta, it just leads to a banner that it's very easily skippable. Like, this meta was already skippable. This Rimuru, besides having special art, does not bring anything extra super duper interesting to the table. I don't truly understand. So, Elmesia, you can't use both of her buffs on this team. Well, actually, you can't use anything for Elmesia on this team, unless you're going to make her the nuker, which you shouldn't, because she's got that Body and Spirit and Amber skill, which they're going to cleanse. Her alt resistance down you can't do because it's a debuff, and then her alt buff only affects Earth and Fire, of which Lumi is Wind and Rimuru is Water, so that's not going to work. Prosper and Lumi, you have the convert, I guess, and then the revive for Rimuru and this new Lumi. That's cool, but we don't really need that. And then this Rimuru has a debuff, has a crit resistance down debuff, which again, you can't use debuffs in this beatdown battle. So the banner is not good for what the team is asking for right now. And the unit itself, like, I don't like this skill. At least in the concept of the current team. Again, you could find use for this outside of the team, and he'd probably be pretty good, especially if his first skill is actually quite generic. We'll have to see once the banner drops in 23 and a half hours. But just based on this alone, this is an easy skip. Easy skip meta, and they're just piling on top. This Rimuru will come back. It's not a collab character. He's just got special art. We've had the second anniversary Shizu and Hinata. They've returned multiple times. So don't get some FOMO because you're going to miss out. Because these characters will come back in the future. I don't know when, but they're going to come back. And you can get them in the future on like some selector ticket or something for the 4th anniversary. I don't know. But overall, this is please don't summon for this team. Please don't summon this month. You should be saving your crystals for the 3.5 anniversary in April. But Reamer's coming. I will stream tomorrow night to summon for him. We will do that at least. And we'll test him out a little bit. And Speed Battle, again, like, I have a whole playlist of videos for Speed Battle, so I'm not going to do more content. I'm not going to do a new video on this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the new Rimuru. What do you think his first skill is going to be? Are you happy with this second skill that we know about, or do you wish it was better? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, but that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you all tomorrow night.